Begin your day with love in your heart. Expect blessings, share goodness, shine like the sun, and inspire someone. Never forget that God is with you all the time. Good morning, children. Today we are going to uh, start the session. I am going to recall something. What we learnt in the previous class? We learnt modulus of x plus iy, that is modulus of a complex number, that is nothing but root of x square plus y square, even x and y are in any of the quadrant. Okay, and then the second one we learnt the lower and upper bound, that is modulus of modulus z1 minus modulus z2 is less than or equal to modulus z1 plus z2 less than or equal to modulus z1 plus modulus z2. Okay, so these two things we learned in the previous class. So today we are going to learn something in complex number, but before that you just look at here. There is a tree full of fruits. Okay, supposing a fruit is falling from the tree. Okay, so a fruit is falling from a tree. If I am going to trace that path, okay, then what it will be? I am giving one more example. Suppose a car is moving. Okay, if I am going to find out the path of wheel, how it moves, okay, which could be the straight line. Okay, the center of the wheel of a vehicle moving on a straight road. Okay, now the next one, I have a clock in which if the time hand, that is the minute hand, is moving as a circle, if I'm going to trace that path, what all these things? I'm just tracing a path. It may be a straight line, that is horizontal line, or it may be a vertical line, or it may be a circle. What all these things? So here we are taking the tip of the minute's hand of a clock. Okay. So all these things are represents one thing we learned in the previous class, that is locus of a point. Okay, what do you mean by locus? A path which is traced by a point, or it may be a curve, or it may be anything, but there should be some condition. Under certain condition, if it is possible, then we can call it as a locus. So what we are going to do locus with a complex number? Yes, we are going to find out locus of a complex number too. So what we are going to do? We know that if it is a complex number, we can mark it on an Argand diagram. That is, it represents real and imaginary part. Supposing I take the value z is equal to x plus iy, then I have a point as x comma y. If I am tracing that point from the origin, then that is called locus of a complex number on a Argand plane. Is that clear? So using that, we are going to solve some problems. The first one is, if z is equal to x plus iy is a complex number such that modulus of this is equal to 1, show that the locus of z is real axis. So if it is a real axis means, what is the thing I have to prove? I have to prove that there is no imaginary. Okay. So for that I am going to take this condition first. This is the given one. But if I am having modulus of something else, I know the property that if I have modulus of z1 by z2, that is equal to modulus z1 divided by modulus of z2. Right? Therefore, I am going to convert it like that. So then modulus of z minus 4i divided by modulus of z plus 4i. Shall I bring that to the right side? So if I am bringing that, then I am getting the value like this. So what I have to do? I know z is a complex number and I can substitute z is equal to x plus iy. Therefore, I am going to take z is equal to x plus iy. So in that, I am going to substitute these values. So if I am substituting in the place of z is equal to x plus iy, I am getting the result like this. Once you are going to find out the locus of a point, always keep remembering this. Substitute the value of z is equal to x plus iy. That could be your first step. Second one is, you are gathering real and imaginary parts. How do I gather? Here I have x is a real number, iy minus 4i both are imaginary. Here x is a real number, iy plus 4i both are imaginary. So I am just gathering those things. So x plus I into y minus 4, here x plus I into y plus 4. Now I have modulus. How can I take that from modulus? Modulus of x plus iy is nothing but root of x square plus y square. So I am going to take the real part root plus imaginary part root. Therefore, root of x square plus y minus 4 the whole square equal to root of x square plus y plus 4 the whole square. Shall we cancel these two roots? That is, I am squaring on both sides. Therefore, I will get x square. I am expanding this. Then y square minus 8y plus 16 equal to here x square plus expansion of this is nothing but here it is given. So, I can cancel this x square because both are with same sign lies in LHS and RHS. So, these two are equal. Then y square gets cancelled. Shall I cancel minus 8y and plus 8y? No, because they are having different sign. And I can cancel the 16 and see this 16. Therefore, what is left out with me? Minus 8y is equal to plus 8y. I am bringing this 8y to the other side. Therefore, I am getting minus 16y. So, minus 16y equal to 0. Therefore, we can say that y is equal to 0. Once y is equal to 0 means what is that? The imaginary part is 0 because here I have x plus iy. So, if imaginary is 0, then I can give the conclusion that z is a real axis. It has only the real value. Okay. Now, the next problem is if z is equal to x plus iy is a complex number such that imaginary part of this is equal to 0. I need only the imaginary part. Therefore, what I am going to do? I am going to take only these things first and simplify it with only real and imaginary. Therefore, first I am taking 2z plus 1 by iz. What is my substitution? Z is equal to x plus iy. So, I am substituting. If I am substituting z is equal to x plus iy, then I will get the value like this. Now, I am multiplying this. Therefore, it becomes 2x plus 2iy plus 1 divided by this. I into I becomes I square. But what is the value of I square? I square is nothing but minus 1. So, we are substituting that over here. So, then if I am substituted, then I will get this is minus y. So, I just gather the real part first. 1 minus y plus ix. Now, what should I do? I have to make my denominator as only real. Therefore, I have to take a conjugate. I am just taking the question again. So, now this is equal to 2x plus 1 plus 2iy by this. Therefore, I have to take a conjugate. What is the conjugate? 1 minus y minus ix divided by 1 minus y minus ix. Now, I have to take only the imaginary part. So, I am taking the real with imaginary, imaginary with real. That's it. Okay. So, now here a plus ib into a minus ib. So, a plus ib into a minus ib is nothing but a square plus b square. So, we can take the value as imaginary of this. Therefore, I just multiply only that. Then here 1 minus y square plus x square. Okay. So, now I am multiplying this. Therefore, here it is given that imaginary of this is equal to 0. So, if I multiply, I will get the answer like this. I can take this one to the other side, that becomes 0. Therefore, I will get only this part is equal to 0. Since this part equal to 0, I can take these negatives off. Therefore, it becomes 2x square plus y square plus x minus 2y, which is equal to 0. Now, the next one is real part of iz, the whole square is equal to 3. So, always, what is my substitution? Z is equal to x plus iy. So, I am going to substitute that here. Then, real part of I into x plus iy. My next step is multiply this I. So, if I am multiplying, I will get ix plus I square y. What is the value of I square? I square is nothing but minus 1. Therefore, if I am substituted, I am getting the result like this. But what is the thing I need? I need only the real part, not the imaginary one. So, I am leaving that imaginary, taking only the real part. What is my real part? Minus y. Therefore, I can take minus y. Already here I have whole square. So, whole square equal to 3. What do you mean by minus y square? Y square. Therefore, we can get y square is equal to 3. So, this is the answer we need. Okay, we just reduce it in the form of an equation. Now, let me see a problem, that is modulus of z minus 4 the whole square minus modulus of z minus 1 the whole square. That is equal to 16. What is my substitution? Yes, z is equal to x plus iy. So, if I am substituting that, I will get the value like this. What is my next step? First, I substituted a complex number. Z is equal to x plus iy. What is my next one? Yes, what is the next step? I have to gather the real and imaginary. So, if I am gathering it, x minus 4 is real, iy is imaginary. So, whole square. X minus 1 is real, iy is imaginary, the whole square, that is equal to 16. So, what is the value of modulus? X plus iy is equal to root of x square plus y square. So, here in the place of x I have x minus 4. So, x minus 4 the whole square plus y square. But here already I am having square. So, if I have root to the whole square, what will I get? Only x square plus y square. Therefore, x minus 4 the whole square plus y square minus of x minus 1 the whole square. Since this minus comes in, we get minus y square equal to 16. Now, expand these two in the form of a minus b the whole square formula. Therefore, x square minus 8x plus 16. I can cancel this y square and this y square. So, now here minus of expansion of this is x square minus 2x plus 1, that is equal to 16. So, here also I may cancel this 16 and this 16. Now, I am taking this negative inside. If I am taking that negative inside, x square minus 8x minus x square plus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So, from this I can cancel this x square and minus x square. So, what will be left out? Minus 8x plus 2x, that is minus 6x minus 1 equal to 0. I am taking the negative off, therefore it becomes 6x plus 1 is equal to 0. So, this is the simplification for this problem.
Friends, today I am going to tell you about the mathematician Raffaele Bombelli. He is an Italian mathematician and he gives the rules for operations of complex numbers. In honor of this accomplishment, a moon crater was named as Bombelli. Equation of complex form of a circle. So first I am going to take the real axis, imaginary axis, in which I am going to take a circle. If I am taking a circle, then the complex numbers z will be marked as on the circumference of the circle and z0 will be the center of the circle. Then the distance between these two will give us the radius of the circle. From this we can write modulus of z minus z0 is equal to r. Therefore, z0 will be acting as a center and r is as a radius. Now using this, I am going to solve one problem. Show that modulus of 2z plus 2 minus 4i is equal to 2. Represent a circle and find its center and radius. Now, what is given to us? It is given that modulus of 2z plus 2 minus 4i is equal to 2. Now, I am dividing this throughout by 2 because 2 is common. After dividing that, I am getting this. Now, I am going to take it as a form of modulus of z minus z0 is equal to r. Now, if I am taking that, then I am taking minus outside. Therefore, it becomes modulus of z minus 1 plus 2i, that is equal to 1. So, what is the center? Minus 1 plus 2y is my center and radius is nothing but 1. Children, I gave a practice problems, that is from exercise 2.6, problem number 3, subdivision 2 and 4 and problem number 4, 1 and 3. Do these things in your classwork.
Children, I sent a supplementary video along with this. Watch the video. There is a Kahoot. Play it using correct admission number, that is M0, then your 4-digit number. write the test and send the answer paper through GCR. Thank you, children.